Hey everyone, welcome back to Millennial Investments. Tim here again with this week's top performers and week future outlook. In today's video, we will be going over our current top 10 performers in our trade alert system that we provide our members here at Millennial Investments. If you haven't already, please be sure to register your free or premium account at Millennial Investments to receive trade alerts like these instantly. Also, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive notifications about our daily free trade alerts, as well as our daily trade reviews here at Millennial Investments. So let's get straight into it. With the first stock that we're going to review, it's going to be EYPT, which provided us with a 206% return on our initial trade alert from December 15th. As we can see today, the stock opened up by breaking through the newest levels of resistance around the 1413 price levels and is currently sitting at 1447. We're still seeing signs of continued momentum to the upside. Not currently seeing any large sell volumes here. We will see if we can continue pushing higher into the $15 price ranges. If we want to look at this from a further outlook, our next levels of resistance on the weekly would land somewhere near the $21 time frame, price range, excuse me. But looking at this now, as you can see here, we have currently broken through the old levels of support that have became the levels of resistance here over the past few trading sessions. Now that we have passed those and we have reached our 200 SMA on the weekly, we will look forward to trading in this price range between the $14 to $21 price range. So this could actually provide us with an additional, what is that, 200% on the trade moving forward. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on. We're very happy with this trade. We haven't suggested selling anything except for securing your initial investment on a split and run tactic. I express that a lot because we have been seeing at least 100% gainers once to 3 times a week. And just to reiterate with that split and run technique, what we would do is as soon as this stock could have hit 100%, you could have sold half of your position to lower your risk on the initial trade, or investment rather, while letting the profits continue to make you money, which those profits could potentially see another 200% on top of the 100% gains that you made initially. So that's why we suggest that. We've removed our own investment risk on this trade, and we'll continue to see if we can keep trading within this $14 to $21 price range. Our next stock is going to be FCEL. This stock provided us with a 205% return since our November 25th trade alert. We have yet to suggest selling this. It's still open in our trade system, and we still hold positions in it. Today it opened up around the $24 price range and finally made it to the 26. As you can see, we broke through those same levels of resistance here as well. And looking at it from a weekly outlook, we are now going to be retesting levels all the way back to October 2017 around the 27.12 price ranges. If we see this stock break through that, then this could go much higher. I mean, we would retest the $54 potentially. With the momentum that the stock has, it's not like I don't believe it can reach those price ranges, and especially with everything going on with Biden suggesting switching over all of the federal vehicles, which accounts for about 648,000 vehicles, to become EV vehicles. This is definitely an EV Biden administration play. And of course, going into the Green Deal and all those things. So really happy with FCEL and its current track right now intraday. If you want to look a little deeper inside, we're not far from those 27.12 levels. So that's the next few trading sessions are going to define a lot about the trajectory of this stock. So keep this on your radar and definitely on your watch list. If you have a position, I'm glad you were here with us, or if you made it on your own, congratulations on the big win here, and good luck moving into the future. The next stock we're going to be looking at is AIKI, which is currently sitting up 182% on our initial trade alert from November 30th. If we were to go back to those time frames, we were down at 57 cents when we initially alerted on this stock. As you can see, we have already broken out to the 214. We're currently retesting the 175 to see if we can find support above those levels and retest those 214s. The stock is showing some pullback here, as you can see on the MACD. I did mean to remove some of this so we could see just the trades, but I want to show you how we see it. And if you have any questions about the trade analysis indicators that we use, feel free to comment below, and I'd be more than happy to share that with you on TradingView. We use TradingView for our trend analysis. We use Thinkorswim for our trading. We suggest those same tools for everyone else. But we're looking to keep this running as we're not currently seeing signs of a heavy pullback. We're well above the 200 SMA, which sits around the 132 levels, while we're sitting at the 162 on the current stock price. So keep an eye on this. It's going to keep moving. We haven't seen any sell volume come into play that would suggest otherwise at this time. With ASRT, as you can see, we broke out to 110 again today. On the daily, we are currently looking to retest the let's go back in time right here on June 4th of 2020. The stock was at 113, so those are the levels we're going after right now. Moving back even further than that, the next levels of resistance beyond the 113 would be set in February 7th of 2020 around the 170. So once again, same play here as the others. Let's see if we can find our support above the 113 and then begin trading in between the 113 to 170 price ranges, to potentially, let's see, 30 cents is when we alerted. 38 cents the stock was at on December 23rd. And if it jumps to the 170, that's another 200% gainer. Once again, split and run here, protect initial investment risk, allow the profits to continue to multiply on their own. You're basically playing on free money at this time while still making money. That's how we play all of our trades here. Our next stock of the day is actually not opened up just yet. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. It's OTLK, which provided us with this week's 100% gainer. The stock currently hit 362, I believe, at its high, consolidated back to the 299 price levels, and is currently still on track to move higher. Currently overbought on the 1 hour time frame, and I believe it hit the same status on the daily. As you can see here, this is our RSI, which is your relative strength index. Basically compares the stock to other stocks in its sector and how it's performing compared to those. We are currently overbought, which could essentially say whether it's overvalued or there's more stock and more trades in the stock than compared to other companies in its sector, this being a pharma company. Looking a little bit more from a longer time frame, the stock once sat at $10.88. We're not putting that price target on the stock right now. But we would love to see it go to those price ranges. I'm pretty sure anyone in the stock would appreciate that just as much as we would. But keep a close eye on this for potential pullbacks. As you can see on the MACD right here, we are seeing some pullback in buying volume for the day, that is, not overall on the daily. Let's have a look there just to have some confirmations. These are all in place for confirmations that we use in making our trades, so don't let them confuse you. If we feel like there's a selling point in this stock, we will definitely let you know. So our next stock will be Sundial, or SNDL, Sundial, excuse me. I say Sundial for quick reference. Looking at SNDL, we are currently consolidating here. You can see that we're This is a EMA crossover pattern that we use to confirm some of our moves. As you can see, we're seeing some slight compression is what we call here. So this could potentially break out well above the 136 price ranges and can continue moving even higher in the days to come. Of course, SNDL was a part of the short squeeze movement that recently occurred in the past few weeks. We did not have a play on that, on this stock because of that. We initially alerted on this stock all the way back in December 22nd when it was still at 52 cents. So we're well above 119% at the 136. I believe we were much higher than that. With it being at 114, of course we were. Our next levels of resistance beyond the 136 would be the 165, which actually would provide almost another, not 100%, but 50% gain moving forward. So we're definitely holding on this. We got some backlash for conducting the split and run where we protected our initial investment again. Of course, anything over 100%, we're cutting half of our position to protect those initial investments and let our profits continue moving forward. We suggest that trading style to anyone we speak to. You don't want to hold and hold and hold, and then for whatever reason the stock drops out because of a stock offering, bad news, whatever. If you go ahead and let go of that 50%, then you can at least protect the initial investment and not risk that money, while all you're putting at risk is the profits that you made, which I believe that when people have their profits at risk, they play the trade a lot smarter than having an all-in theory or mindset on trading. But we'll definitely see if we can break through those 136s after this compression breaks out, as long as it breaks out to the upside, which we believe it will. If we pass those 136, we'll be hitting the 160 price levels moving forward. The next stock on our list is Mogo, which provided 115% currently on the trade since our initial trade alert back in December 15th. The stock broke out to 720 today and is showing strong momentum to the top side. We expect this to continue moving on, moving forward, as although it is overbought on the daily and weekly apparently. So watch out for a pullback here. As you can see, this occurred last time. We're well above those 685 levels, about 40 cents higher, excuse me. There's no previous levels of resistance from here, so the stock could actually keep going higher, and we don't have a signal that we're looking at pushing out to say, hey, watch out for these levels of resistance or anything like that. So this is actually one to keep a very close eye on moving forward, but it's performing very well. Our next stock that we're going to look at is DARE, which, as you can see, also conducted compression after a great breakout to the 385. I believe we initially alerted on this. No, we did initially alert on this on December 18th. What I was trying to say is we updated this back on January 19th after the stock hit 268, providing a 96% return on the trade. But if I can do some quick math real quick, let's pull our ruler out and see if it'll do it for us. So 65%. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Give me one quick second. Let's see. Let me go ahead and drop my price line here. 385, and our initial alert was at 120. So it initially provided a 220% profit gain on this breakout here on January 20th. And we're looking to retest that again with our profits, so that we can potentially hit another 100%. This is a great re-entry point on the stock. We're not seeing any sell volume on the volume profile. And the 200 SMA is slowly moving to meet the current price levels. We think once it touches that 200 SMA is when we will see the bounce occur moving forward. So keep an eye on that. That's on the 1 hour, of course. But if you look at it on the daily with a fib chart placed on it, let's go here. We're currently sitting above or working right under the 50% retracement levels. We bounced right out the 38% and moved back higher. So as you can see on your MACD, we're showing signs of potential upside movement. Again, on the volume MACD, volume weighted MACD, we're showing upside movement. So this could break out again. If you're not in the stock right now, it's definitely a re-entry point or a place to re-enter to potentially retest those 385s. It is a lot more riskier getting into a trade now after it's already broken out, consolidated, and then compressed as this one is. So be careful. We're not suggesting a re-entry necessarily right now. We only suggest entries into trades on our initial trade alert. So our next stock is SSPK, which provided us with a 97% gain on the initial trade, but initially provided us with a 100% gainer as well. So this is why it's on the list for today. It actually hit 2060 on January 21st, providing 116%, which we could have hit our split and run here, consolidated. And even with the split and run, if you do it at the top and then you can re-enter with your initial investment once you have some confirmations that it's actually going to re-swing or swing again to retest these levels of resistance, which you saw it meet right here. So our current levels of resistance are 24.95, but the stock is currently showing momentum to continue swinging above those price targets and potentially hit 26.60 again. To find further levels of resistance is impossible here because the stock was only released IPO. The acquisition came onto the market on September 30th of 2019, so we don't have any prehistoric historic trend analysis to use to define those levels of resistance, but definitely keep an eye out here. And we don't have any news to currently provide for the stock. I wish we did. But moving forward, our next stock is ACHV, which is currently at 1503 after it retested these levels, which it closed at the 1505. We're currently sitting right or near it. Let's look a little deeper. Yeah, we're finding support. If you see here, we're starting to find support here on the 1505 price levels, which were recently our levels of resistance. So this is what we call a resistance to support reversal. And with the stock, we're going to see if we can continue finding strong support moving forward to stay above those levels and continue moving higher. Our next levels on this stock would essentially be here around the 1826. If we do find the support above the 1505, we'll continue moving higher to those 826 price ranges and trading within that channel, that horizontal channel moving forward. So that's the last stock we wanted to discuss with our 100% plus gainers that we have achieved here over the past few weeks. Some of these alerts actually come from the end of November. Some come from mid to end December, and OTLK was the only stock in January that is currently swung. It's only been open for 17 days. We're glad to see a shorter term investment perform to that extent, and look forward to some of these other ones that we have released here in January to do the same. You can always access your user investor dashboard to view the current stocks that we have open. With the trades that we release during the week, you will see them to the top right of your dashboard every day, so that you can stay in touch with the ones that we use. I'll log in here real quick and go to dashboard. All right, it looks like we have some issues there, but I'll get that fixed. But regardless, moving forward, stay in touch with your investor dashboard to determine, what trade alerts we have released this week, as well as how well they are performing. And then you could also go to trade alerts on your sidebar to view all open trade alerts. I believe we have about 76 positions opened for our investors. And I'm not sure if everyone's in every one of them. This is a great way to conduct a portfolio based off the trade alerts that we provide. And we can help you with finding information to determine the best decisions with managing that portfolio. But to sum this up, I'm glad we were able to provide these types of profits on our top 10 weekly performers. If you have positions in this trade, please feel free to comment in the, below with your current price average, as well as your position that you have, your own outlook, any information you have pertaining to the stocks in this overview. or if you're looking for entry, feel free to ask any questions there, from there. Otherwise, I'm glad we were able to provide these types of returns. I think we're currently sitting at a 68% average on our price target. Our profit gains with our trade alerts. I'll have to, close out some more stocks. That number is set to jump with stocks like these jumping over 100% within just the past few weeks. That average only moves once we close out of a position. That's the only time it's calculated, so that it doesn't throw our number off and mislead people in the trades that we provide. But moving forward, be sure to register your free or premium membership at mymillennialinvestments.com. You can find a link in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive trade overviews and reviews like this one, as well as free daily trade alerts at Millennial Investments. Be sure to check our social links below to connect with us on the platform that you prefer. You can find us pretty much anywhere: Facebook, Twitter, StockTwits, Discord, TradingView, and of course here on YouTube. So if you have any questions, I have answers. Feel free to ask them. I'll talk to you soon. Be looking for our next free daily trade alert and the playlist for free daily trade alerts on our channel, as well as future trade reviews. We will be going more in depth in OTLK today to really dissect the trade and what caused it to move, and a little bit more on our future outlook. So stay tuned for that. And also, feel free to share your trades with us. I want to add in the end of this video, we also have created a personal premium trade tracker, which allows you to track all of your own positions, just as we do with ours, with our trade alert system. We also have developed a due diligence database, which allows you to provide information that other investors can use, as well as logging for yourself. And we have daily discussions on our stock overview pages, just like the ones you'll see listed below for the stocks for the stocks that were discussed in this overview today. So look forward to seeing us on this playlist or channel set of videos next week to discuss next week's top 10 gainers and our future outlook on them. We'll be considering doing our top 10 losers and what caused them to fail, if there is any reason outside of pure momentum or sell-offs. But I'm going to quit talking now because we're well into 20 minutes on this video. If you're watching right now and at the end of this, I appreciate you taking the time to do so. Feel free to come join our social investor network, and otherwise I hope the information we can provide you can continue to provide you with more profits in your trading. And thank you for watching. Otherwise, talk to you soon. Good luck trading.